Hi folks, question for the Tormach community, which I would really appreciate your help on. I've got the mill up and running now, so time to put some measurements to the test with the dial test indicator and for alignment and backlash and such. But before I did that, I spent some time leveling the mill, and I was a little bit surprised to see how out of level my floor is. Maybe I shouldn't be, it's an older home, but I wanted to do two things. I wanted to show how I'm trying to level it and to make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. And also I've heard a lot about how folks who don't have them leveled correctly or have problems there can actually end up over time putting some twist into the column and the base at the expense of accuracy. So would really appreciate it. This is a level actually I inherited from my grandfather. It's an old Starrett, and so left to right, that bubble to me looks like it's plenty good. And this is after I spent some time, by the way. I'll show you what I did in a second. And then if I move it to the Y, or the back and forth, also, in my opinion, very good. But here's what I've done. On the left side of the mill, I put two pieces of fiberboard in the back, and I've adjusted the caster just a hair. Let me zoom in. So here you can see the two pieces plus some extension of the foot. On the front of the left side, I've done almost nothing. Now, to go over to the right side of the mill, the front on the right side, I put one piece under and have unscrewed the foot a decent amount. I guess I could replace that with two pieces and have this more thread in. But on the back right is my biggest item, and this has 4 pieces of fiberboard plus some of the foot unthreaded down. So what that basically tells me is that the back right of my room is by far the lowest point, and the front left is the highest point, and there's some cant this way as well, which I'm solving on the back left and the front right. So my questions are, is this okay? Is it okay to use wood, fiberboard like I am, to level the mill over time? Assuming I don't get it wet, in which case I'm sure it would expand. So let's say I don't get it wet, and maybe that's a wrong assumption to make, but that's sort of my first question. My second is it level? Is reading a level the way I'm reading it going to be sufficient to not introduce stresses and twist into the base? I would appreciate any input. Thanks, folks.